Aloha mai kākou. On behalf of the Kamehameha Schools Alumni Association, I have the privilege of delivering a message again this year for Aliʻi Sunday in honor of the remarkable woman whose portrait stands on the easel to my side here. Many of you who are hearing this message, like me, have benefited from Keli'i Bernice Pauahi Bishop's legacy. If I may, I would like to briefly share the story of our beloved princess as a joyful reminder to those of us who already know it and for the possible edification of those who may be malihini to Kawaiahaʻo church services. Princess Pauahi was a great-granddaughter of our great King Kamehameha I. Born on December 19, 1831, by the time that she passed in 1884, our indigenous Native Hawaiian population had been reduced from estimates that ranged anywhere from 400 to 800,000 people prior to Western contact in 1778 to about 44,000 when Pauahi passed. During her lifetime, Pauahi had the opportunity to become queen of the Hawaiian kingdom, but she chose instead to receive some royal lands which at one time totaled in excess of 400,000 acres, to found a school for Native Hawaiian children because she believed that education was the key to uplifting her people and restoring them to their just place in our Hawaii. This was a quest that was quite admirable, but yet it really was in sync with the desire of several of our Hawaiian Aliʻi to help our people who had been decimated and marginalized in their homeland. Since the Kamehameha Schools, which are the sole beneficiary of Pauahi's trust, opened its doors in 1887, thousands of our Native Hawaiians have benefited from its educational services. In my Aliʻi Sunday message a year ago, I focused on the development of gratitude. As soon as I took my seat back in a pew, I already knew then what I would be speaking about this year. I would like to build on last year's theme of gratitude and talk about what being grateful to Pauahi's gift might mean for our own lives and how we lead them today. The mission of the Kamehameha Schools is to improve the capability and well-being of people of Hawaiian ancestry. In Kamehameha's case, this is to be achieved by providing educational opportunities into perpetuity for Native Hawaiians. For years, I have felt that many misinterpret the Kamehameha mission and equate improving the capability and well-being of people of Hawaiian ancestry as relating to their own personal capability and well-being. In that paradigm, Kamehameha is successful if I am successful. I prefer a different interpretation. For me, what Kamehameha's mission is all about is improving the capability and well-being of the entire Lahui. In this paradigm, the true measure of Kamehameha's success is not based on how successful our graduates are as individuals, but how the Lahui as a whole is doing in terms of improved capability and well-being because of Kamehameha's graduates. In this framework, the mission is not about me, but rather about us. For despite Kamehameha School's enormous resource base, it cannot achieve the mission by itself. It needs to depend on us as graduates to figure out how we can use our own lives to contribute to mission achievement. In my view, this puts the phrase, "I am a Kamehameha warrior," in a different light. If we are grateful for what we received as a result of Pauahi's local maikai, her beneficence or generosity, we can show our gratitude by being warriors for Kamehameha's mission. During my lifetime, I have already observed with great admiration the myriad Kamehameha graduates who have been using their education to help other Native Hawaiians. For just a few examples, and without using any specific names, I have witnessed our graduates who attain law degrees help at the Native Hawaiian Legal Corporation, defending Native Hawaiians in issues relating to Native rights, gathering rights, and lawsuits seeking to reclaim the Aina, their Aina. I have seen graduates with medical degrees choose to provide medical services to rural communities or areas with a high concentration of Native Hawaiians and poor access to good medical care. They've all done this rather than seeking more lucrative positions in urban law firms or medical centers. And many of our graduates have been leading the drive to restore the vibrancy of our language and culture, which are integral to the well-being of our people. Not only here at home, I might say, but also on the U.S. continent. Many of our cultural practices are surviving or have been revived because of our graduates. And in our contemporary context, I would be remiss to not recognize the vital leadership Kamehameha graduates have been providing, some as far back as the 1960s, to the Aloha Aina movement. Maikai loa, we celebrate all of you. But I truly believe that one does not require an advanced degree to help with Kamehameha's mission achievement. Every one of us, whatever we do for a living or where we are, can help with the mission every time we reach out to assist a Native Hawaiian in need in whatever way we may be able to do so. That, in my view, is displaying our gratitude. Despite our being in the midst of a pandemic which has necessitated my pre-recording this message, I believe we can still find sources of gratitude. For us Kamehameha graduates, one source is our having been beneficiaries of the woman whose birthday we are celebrating at this service today. If you are grateful to Pauahi, I urge you to show your gratitude by helping to uplift our lahui. Imua Kamehameha, aloha kalikimaka, ke akua pu.